This time on Lifelinks. Our three reporters meet online activists up against no-escape scenarios, but still fighting for their rights. Gunnar meets a Bangladeshi blogger who won't stop writing, even though it could cost him his life. In Spain, Yalda learns how a Syrian refugee's web game is making people see his side of the story. And in Mexico, Carolina meets a woman uncovering the traps of mass web surveillance. Life's online and on the line. Use our hashtag and join the conversation.
Con mi casa construyes tu castillo.
No creo que llamen la atención. ¿Dónde les apetece ir?
Free parking? Free Palestine. Mohammed is an artist and an activist. His canvas is Madrid. Whether it's legal or not is another matter. It's my first night with him here in Spain, and I'm already thinking, what the hell have I got myself into?
Perdón. ¿Puedes buscar otro cubo? Solo un segundo. Tío, un segundo, solo.
Venga, termina ya.
Déjalo, lo metemos nosotros.
No, me meto yo.
No, ve, hay que enseñar a la gente cómo se
No, deja de enseñar a la gente.
Tío, porque
El que tienes que enseñar eres tú.
No,
Y es el que te tienes que comportar.
tío, es arte social.
O sea,
No
que
estamos
tú-
haciendo
que-
nada
Venga,
para
dale.
que vengas tú haciéndome. Eso no mola, ¿no?
A ver, al revés.
Mohammed says people on the street often support his work. Even older people help him by watching out for the police. Well, tonight, they're not so supportive.
No, ahora le vuelvo el cubo. No. Ahora vuelvo el cubo.
El cubo se
Eso es
queda
un
aquí.
puto cubo,
El
tío.
cubo es
no
para la
humano.
basura, no es para
Pero
que te
luego lo
subas tú.
volvemos, ¿sí, no?
Así que deja el cubito aquí. ¡Ay! ¡Me cago en Dios!
Moja, ya está, ¿para qué?
Tonto, es que...
Hay gente gilipollas en el mundo y ya está.
Tienes que aprender a pensar, eso solo. Sí, solo aprender a pensar, nada más.
Pues eso es lo que tienes que hacer, pensar. Pensar y respetar lo de los demás.
Mohammed's a Syrian-Palestinian refugee. He's seen bigger troubles than some little tiff over a rubbish bin.
What if the police would come now? Like, what would be the consequence?
Like, maybe it would give you a bill for 3,000, this is the less. Maybe 9,000, so you cannot make it anymore. If you cannot pay, maybe... Yeah, maybe we could spend 2 years in jail for doing something like that.
So you're not afraid of that?
Kind of, yeah, like, but it's not scares me as the image that the whole situation is going on. I mean, like, a lot of situations really bad and are much worse. So you have to be, like, in action and even, like, take responsibility for telling us, it's okay, you know.
The police already caught him once, but that's obviously not holding him back. Graffiti's just one of the ways Mohammed raises awareness, as I'm about to find out.
Rickshaws are the easiest way to get around here. Anano used to love riding them. Now he's too scared to. these days he's even afraid to leave the house. And he always wears a helmet when he goes to crowded places here, where I meet him in Bangladesh's bustling capital, Dhaka. The helmet's supposed to hide his face, so he doesn't get hacked to death with machetes. Religious fundamentalists are threatening to kill him. The reason is that he writes what he thinks. He even criticizes the role of religion in his country. Two years ago, Islamist extremists put out a hit list against Onano and 83 other bloggers.
যারা স্বাধীনতার পক্ষে, বাক স্বাধীনতার পক্ষে, মুক্তিযুদ্ধের পক্ষে, নারীদের স্বাধীনতার পক্ষে, যারা অন্যায়ের বিরুদ্ধে সবসময় সোচ্চার, তাদের উপর দিয়ে দেখা যায় যে কোনো না কোনোভাবে জুলুম চালানো হচ্ছে। আমাদের দেশে ফ্রিডম অফ স্পিচ বলতে কিছু নেই, এবং ফ্রিডম অফ স্পিচ কি এটাই আমাদের দেশের মানুষেরা জানে না।
3 bloggers have already been murdered in the first half of 2015. Onano has stopped counting the threats he receives.
One person took my photo. He tell me that, wait, you will be next. So, and I reply that, what we will be. He replied that, if you want to leave, just shut your mouth.
Shut your mouth, or you'll end up like your father. Humayun Ajad was a famous writer. Pictures are almost all Onano has left of him.
These are the photos. I love this photo. Sometimes now also I am wearing my father's shirt.
His dad's ideas have also stuck with him. Humayun Ajad defended human rights. In his books, he also attacked religious extremists. They in turn tried to kill him with meat cleavers in the streets of Dhaka. Onano's father barely survived the attack and decided he'd be safer living in Germany. He was found dead just a week after leaving his family behind. Onano was 13.
তিনি অনেক দূরে গিয়েও আবার আমার কাছে এসে বলেছিলেন যে এরপর তোর পালা, তুই সাবধানে থাকিস। এটার অর্থ আমি তখন বুঝিনি। কোনো একটা কারণবশত একসময় আমি নিজে অনুভব করেছি যে আমার লেখালেখির জগতে আসতে হবে, এবং আমি মানুষকে সত্য বলবো। আমি সেই সব লেখাই লিখব যা মানুষ বলতে পারে না, যা মানুষ বলতে ভয় পায়।
He's following in his father's footsteps now. He's just published his first book on women's rights.
You don't have to publish a book for what you write to get used against you. Just think about every text message you've written, every online post, every email. Now what if someone could read them all? Irene doesn't want that to happen to her. She uses anonymous browsers and encodes her emails to try to take back control of her digital life. She's invited me along on a wild ride through the world of data protection. Truth is, it's an issue I don't usually give much thought to. Most of us don't, even if we should. Because even if you haven't done anything illegal, chances are you've said or done things online you wouldn't want other people to know about.
¿Y cómo te deja sentirte esa transparencia digital?
Pues a mí me da miedo, me pone mucho a reflexionar sobre qué es lo que quiero que se sepa de mí y qué no. Y me pone a pensar también que si mi generación o los que me antecedieron soñamos en algún momento o soñaron con ser famosos, ¿no? O sea, de que, ay, quiero ser famoso o salir en tele. A veces siento que las generaciones que vienen van a soñar con la privacidad. Porque va a llegar un momento en el que, como yo veo las cosas, en el que la privacidad va a ser un lujo. Va a ser un privilegio que pocos van a tener o nadie va a tener, ¿no?
Irene is one of a small group of Mexicans worried about their data falling into the wrong hands, especially since lawmakers here in LDF, that's what they call Mexico City, passed the telecoms law. The law basically allows anyone in power to get hold of your mobile phone data. That means they can find out where you've been and who you've been talking to. They just have to say it's in the interest of safety. But can that really make people safer in a country with so much corruption? Irene says no way. She teaches young people about how to protect their privacy.
¿Quién leyó de principio a fin la cláusula cuando abrieron Facebook? Nadie. Exacto, no leen ni las instrucciones, ¿no?
Everyone here is worried about the new law.
Tememos de la autoridad y tememos de la delincuencia, porque esa autoridad está coludida todo el tiempo y a mí me han llegado a detener solamente por mi apariencia y imagínate si ahora tienen todos mis datos, podrían saber dónde vivo, como dicen, cualquier cosa sobre mí.
Es como una selva. Es como una selva, sí, porque ya no sabes si cuidarte de la autoridad, de quien te va a robar en la esquina o cualquier cosa, ¿no? Pero
celular tendrías que ponerle alguno de estos sistemas operativos.
Mohammed also worries about protecting his identity. Years ago, he got into trouble with the police in Syria for speaking out about the way he was treated there as a child of Palestinian refugees. He draws comics about people like himself, people without a country. Based on the comics, he and his friends are also developing an online video game. In it, players become Zaytoun, the little Palestinian refugee. They have to face challenges, like what to do if your family's home gets bombed.
You would be like confronted to the same situation that Palestinian refugees has been to live, so you're gonna be like also confronted to the decision they have to make. Like for example, in this critical case, like Zaytoun had to leave Syria, but he didn't know where to go, so you have to help Zaytoun decide this stuff. And this is the Yarmouk camp. This was the first image, like we saw that people got excited, and this is when we take the decision to create the platform. I don't know, it touched me really. Like, yeah, watching your families also leaving again.
The game is based on real videos, shot by Mohammed's friends who still live in Yarmouk, the Palestinian refugee camp outside Damascus, where he was born and raised. Since the war broke out in Syria, Yarmouk has been under siege.
All of you guys escaped except for your best friend who had to stay in the camp.
Yeah. After like they sieged the camp, it wasn't possible for anyone to leave the camp, and after he just got really hopeless, one day he got the chance to leave the camp, they caught him outside on the checkpoint. And yeah, after a month like of torture, he's got died.
Mohammed probably would have died too, or ended up in prison if he hadn't got out in time. Now he's trying to do what he can, in exile, to make people care.
Venturing out deeper into the data wars, I want to find out whether it's even possible to use the internet without leaving a trace for others to follow. Irene and I are going to meet Mexico's left-wing digital underground.
Hola, soy Carolina. Hola.
Hola, ¿cómo estás? Rancho Electronico won a prize for their work at DW's Online Activism Awards, the Bobs. But they have mixed feelings about it. Usually they prefer to keep their resistance work anonymous.
Desde hace tiempo hemos tenido un gobierno que, aunque no ha sido mencionado como dictador, ha tenido estas tendencias políticas de dictadura. Pero ahora con lo de la ley Telecom, pues fue una clave importante que la gente se diera cuenta que nos estaban vigilando de alguna forma, pero que ahora ya iba a ser legal.
Rancho Electronico is what people in the know call a hackerspace. One of the things they do is teach people how to protect themselves from surveillance. Irene comes here to meet other people like her and to improve her skills.
Conocer un lenguaje de programación es justo como aprender otro idioma. Te ayuda a entender cómo funcionan las cosas y puedes entender cómo funcionan las vigilancias o la privacidad y protegerte.
¿Puedes creer que no es como el comienzo para una protección?
Exacto, porque si no entiendes el lenguaje, ¿cómo vas a entender cómo funciona? Que es como aprender otro idioma, ¿no? Tendríamos que entender primero el lenguaje, que es algo que tendríamos que poder saber todos, ¿no? Este es solo un cuadrito, pero representa un gran paso.
Un gran paso.
Time for a safety check.
¿Y qué me recomiendas si tengo WhatsApp en mi celular? ¿Qué hago con él?
Tirarlo.
¿Y eso es lo que deberían hacer todos?
Sí, yo creo que sí. Hay mejores herramientas y que son interactivas, te ofrecen lo mismo. Text Secure y Chat Secure es algo que ha funcionado y son finalmente las herramientas que han resultado más efectivas para el cuidado de tus datos y de tu información contra la vigilancia masiva.
While Irene stays at the rancho, I go to meet Marta Duran de Huerta, a well-known investigative journalist whose life depends on protecting her data. She's asked us not to film the street she lives on.
La protección de datos sin que haya ningún motivo.
¿Quién nos viene a visitar?
No sé, pero vamos a ver. Vamos a ver los monitores de las cámaras de vigilancia. Nada más no filmes el tiradero. Entonces...
Last year, she received an anonymous death threat.
Tú ya no abres la puerta como antes o no la dejas abierta como antes sucedía en México, ¿no?
I'm wondering what Marta has to say about digital protection in Mexico.
Te da un cierto tiempo, pero el que te quiere matar, el que te quiere hacer algo, busca y va a dar.
¿Y tú crees que ni el cifrado ni comunicación segura te puede proteger de eso?
Bueno, es como tu casa. Tú pones una llave, tú pones una segunda chapa, el que quiera entrar, en serio, entra. Le va a costar más trabajo, va a ganar más tiempo. Sin embargo, no por eso vas a dejar tu puerta abierta de par en par.
For now, Marta is buying time. Just as I'm leaving her house, the police arrive. They have to come by to check on her every day to make sure she's still alive.
Bangladesh is a secular country. Well, kind of. The constitution also says that Islam is the state religion, and 90% of the people here are Muslims. Atheist is a pretty bad word here. That's what the fundamentalists call anyone who questions Islam. Free thinkers is what these activists want to be called. But how can you feel free when you're scared some religious nut's going to hack you to death in plain daylight? Already lots of bloggers have stopped writing. Others are leaving the country.
সেই রেজিস্ট্যান্স নষ্ট হয়ে গেলে কিন্তু মানে আমরা একটা দীর্ঘমেয়াদী ক্ষতির সম্মুখীন হব। শুধুমাত্র আমাদের মানে লেখালেখি সাহিত্য চর্চা বা মানে ব্লগিং চর্চা এগুলো ক্ষতি হবে এটা ভাবলে কিন্তু চলবে না। আমাদের একদম ক্ষতিগ্রস্ত হবে, আমাদের একদম মৌল যে একটা জায়গা যে প্রতিবাদের জায়গা সেটা ক্ষতিগ্রস্ত হয়ে যাবে।
Anano isn't the only one the fundamentalists want to see dead. 2 other people here are also on the hit list for writing what they believe.
আমার যুদ্ধটা ধর্মের বিরুদ্ধে না, আমার যুদ্ধটা হবে ধর্ম ব্যবসায়ীদের বিপক্ষে, যারা ধর্মকে ব্যবহার করে, যারা ধর্মকে পুঁজি করে এই সমাজে নৈরাজ্য সৃষ্টি করতে চায়, যারা ধর্মের নামে মিথ্যা আখ্যা দেয়, যারা ধর্মের নামে মানুষ হত্যা করে।
That's what happened to Avijit Rai. His blog, Muktomona, Free Mind, won a Bob's Award after he was murdered on the street during the National Book Fair. Avijit Rai was a friend of Onono's family. Onono arrived at the scene 2 hours after the attack.
And there are lots of blood here and Avijit Rai's body in the street. His head was cut, already is that cut, and too much blood. There was one police here, but he didn't save. And when Avijit was totally finished, died, that time the police was walking in the street that side.
No, you don't, yeah, of course.
No wonder Onono doesn't trust the police. The bloggers say authorities in Bangladesh aren't doing enough to protect them. Onono says they don't really seem to be trying to catch the killers either. Yes, there was an investigation into whether police mishandled Avijit's murder. But why didn't they stop it from happening?
It is also his duty to secure himself. He may not be alone, and the situation could have been different if he had been surrounded by other people. But I am not blaming him. But the people who are under threat, he should act first. Then other people will act, right? If you have a building, there must be a door, and that door should be locked. If it is open, you should not blame police for any theft.
You're saying that people in this country cannot be sure to walk safely in the streets?
No, no, not people in general. It's a particular issue. He's a man who used to write something in the social network. So he is not, you cannot say people in general. These people are particular, okay? So they should be cautious, and of course, they should get help from us. But it is vis-a-vis. So they should come to us, and we should respond, positively.
But they're particular, and you're saying they are doing something wrong, and that's why.
No, I'm not saying they're doing something wrong. But there are many people who believe that they're doing something wrong. It is not my statement. But many people, they believe. So you have to consider all these issues, doing something wrong.
When Onono says the police won't save his life, you have to believe him.
So then understanding a society, you have to understand the people of the society, their belief.
Mohammed may be thousands of kilometers out of danger, but there's no escaping the war in Syria. When he hears the news about bombings near his old home, he's glad he got out. But he also feels guilty for the people who didn't. Wherever we go in Madrid, Mohammed's refugees are there in silent protest.
Yeah.
Ah, cool.
The thing about graffiti is just like communication.
He also won a Bob's Award for the online version of their stories of displacement.
Do you feel at home here in Madrid, kind of? Or in a transit situation?
Yeah, like it's basically both of them. And it's been like 5 years now. I can feel like I have my own space. I feel like a kind of, it's not say home, because I feel like it's like always you have to move somewhere. That's like being a refugee. You have the always feeling one day we're gonna want to go back home, Palestine. So like each place for you is like some kind of transition. You have to invent a new home. It's like, do you call your friends your family? So you change like concepts. I don't know what is home really.
Si queréis venir a pintar, bajad. Vamos a estar
Claro,
aquí.
tenemos muchos colores. The fish high.
Mohammed organises painting workshops for kids like these Roma children, so they can express their own experiences of refugee life. The kids are also inspiration for new cartoon and video game characters.
The students at this uni had a different childhood. Irene teaches graphic design here to young people from Mexico's middle class. I get the feeling it's only a small educated minority who are in a position to understand the telecoms law and stand up against it. Only a few have.
Cuando estaba la ley en marcha, cuando supimos de la iniciativa de ley, muchos compañeros pues comenzaron a movilizarse y empezaron a organizar marchas.
Mira qué dice.
No a la censura, no a la ley Telecom, no más poder al poder era una de las consignas. Es difícil de pronto explicar todo lo que hay que explicar que hay detrás de la ley y todo lo que hay detrás de la importancia de defender Internet.
Only 7,000 people showed up to the protest last year. Just a little context, while I'm here, over 100,000 turn out for this rally ahead of midterm elections. There have been more than 20 murders connected to the vote. It's violence like this that makes some Mexicans think more surveillance could mean more safety.
Ven. Ven. Carolina.
Irene's boyfriend Shema and her activist friend Jacobo are worried the government is trying to take advantage of people's fears. The question is, can we really take back control?
¿Va a haber una manera como escaparte completamente de esta vigilancia?
No lo sé. Probablemente no. O sea, probablemente, como decía Chema, es eventualmente lo que hacemos o los cifrados eventualmente se van a descifrar. Pero creo que eso no tiene que ser tampoco el detenimiento para no hacer cosas ahora. Sientes, y si no hacemos algo no va a haber manera de que esto cambie para bien. Y creo que estamos apenas en ese primer inicio. Y si hay un momento para actuar, pues es en este momento, es ahora, ¿no? Creo.
There's no escaping surveillance in Mexico, or probably anywhere in the world for that matter. Until people like Irene can spark a revolution, all we can do for now is buy time.
I'm going to visit Anono again at his home.
Hey.
Hi.
Hello.
I want to ask him about a new death threat against him that's come out on Twitter.
So you haven't seen this before?
No.
Because when you go down, there's like this picture. So is the first time you're seeing this?
Yeah. Now I am totally speechless.
He decides to ask for advice. His friend, who's also a blogger, was attacked 2 years ago and now lives in Germany.
Oh damn! আপনি আমাকে আগে বলবেন না একটু ডিটেইলস আমি না জানতাম না আমি আজকে আমাকে যখন দেখিয়েছে আমি জাস্ট শকড হয়ে গেছি এটা কি হচ্ছে আপনাকে তো আমি বারবার করে বলছি
The threat is from a group said to have links with Al-Qaeda.
They are very dangerous. When they targeted a person, they kill. And I want to leave. I think I should leave this country as early as possible, otherwise I can leave.
The rooftop of Anono's apartment building is the one outdoor refuge he has left in Dhaka, the city he loves so much but that he's no longer safe in.
Why don't you stop writing? Why do you think it's worth keep going?
আমার বাবাও এই দেশের জন্য জীবন দিয়েছে, এই ভাষার জন্য অনেক গুরুত্বপূর্ণ কাজ করে গেছে, মূলবাদীদের বিরুদ্ধে লেখালেখি করে গেছে, যুদ্ধাপরাধীদের বিপক্ষে বক্তব্য দিয়ে গেছে। সুতরাং আমি তার আদর্শ যেহেতু ধারণ করছি, সুতরাং আমি পিছুপা হব না। সেটা আমার উপর দিয়ে যতই বড় ঝড়ঝঞ্ঝা যাক না কেন, আমি লেখালেখি চালিয়ে যাচ্ছি এবং আমি লেখালেখি চালিয়ে যাব। Their condition is not well, our countries. So
Anano is worried that if he and others just shut up, soon there will be no one left in Bangladesh to drown out the voices of religious extremists.
Mohammed isn't about to give up his quest either. He takes me to a former tobacco plant to paint more characters from his video game.
So what about like making
Right now, it's Layla, the Syrian refugee.
How many of you is in these characters?
Basically, I try to represent stuff I feel in this character. Layla, for example, is my side of being Syrian. Zaytoun is my side of being Palestinian. So I can express my Syrian side from Layla and my Palestinian side from Zaytoun.
The first time Mohammed graffitied Zaytoun was on the walls of the Palestinian Authorities office in Berlin. He'd gone there for help with his asylum application, but they turned him away because he was born in Syria. He came back with spray cans.
Expressing yourself from art is, for me, yeah, it's helped me a lot to clean myself from like inside this situation of something that I do not agree about outside. I have really a lot of anger in me because like seeing exposed to this situation and feeling like the whole world ignorance, like you feel you're gonna explode inside. You feel like you wanna tell something that the world don't want to listen, so you keep like painting it.
Mohammed is one of millions who've seen the world around them blow up. Even if no one is listening to him now, he won't stop telling their story.